Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts a Tig, a Tig, a Tig. I'm Mr. Giant, and today, just for just something nice and light, so you could check this out. This is the top 10 actors you never knew were Canadian. The Canadians seems to be like quietly doing their thing, but doing significant things. You know what I mean? And I have an interest in Canada. You notice I've done a lot of videos on Canada, and this is one to just see who or what Canadians are influencing us in entertainment here, because we do what we do on war. We did Newfoundland. We did the 9/11 videos. Yellow Ribbon, I think it's called. So let's just lighten the vibe up a little bit here and see if we're watching Canadians and not knowing it. Let's YouTubers simmer and check this out.
Hollywood houses stars from across the globe. While most hail from America, there are many secret Canadians hiding within. So today on Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I have rounded up some of your favourite actors with the intention of outing their Canadianism, if that's a word, with our list of the top 10 actors you never knew were Canadian. Let's jump in. Coming in at 10, Seth Rogen. Before he was discovered by Judd
Did not know that.
young Seth Rogen was an aspiring comedian from Vancouver,
Did
British
not
Columbia.
know that.
Rogen dropped out of high school in order to pursue comedy full-time, and at 16 he placed second in the 1998 Vancouver Amateur Comedy Contest. Not long after, he was discovered by Apatow and appeared in his short-lived cult series Freaks and Geeks in 1999. Though the show lasted just one season, it was the starting off point in his career, with the actor going on to land roles in Donnie Darko, Anchorman, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and Knocked Up. As of right now, you can find Rogen appearing as Pumbaa in the live-action version of The Lion King. Coming in at 9, Ryan Reynolds. Now, this may be an obvious choice, but that's why he's our number 9, so stop yelling at me. Now, when we think Ryan Reynolds, we think Deadpool, obviously, but this star made a name for himself way back in 1998 when he appeared as Michael Bergen in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, which ran from 1998 to 2001. Following the success of the show, he managed to go on to land roles in Van Wilder, Blade, The Amityville Horror, and of course X-Men, which we don't really like to discuss. For those who don't know, Reynolds was born in Vancouver, British Columbia, and even appeared in 15, a Nickelodeon series that starred many other Canadian actors. The actor eventually moved to the States in his early 20s, during which time he finally had his big break in the industry. Coming in at 8, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey made his mark in the entertainment industry when he starred in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, before going on to land roles in The Mask, Batman Forever, and The Cable Guy. However, prior to his success, Carrey was born and raised in Newmarket, Ontario, but he would perform constantly for anyone who would watch, with the actor even mailing his resume to the Carol Burnett Show at the age of 10. In junior high, his teachers allowed him a few minutes at the end of each school day to perform his stand-up routine for his classmates. He eventually rose to fame when he became a cast member of Fox sketch comedy In Living Color back in 1990, but it was his previously mentioned films that established him as a bankable comedy actor. Coming in at 7, Shawn Ashmore. One of the many X-Men on our list, Shawn Ashmore shot to fame when he starred as Bobby Drake, aka Iceman, in the X-Men movies back in 2000. However, outside of the superhero universe, he is relatively quiet, only starring in independent or low-budget movies such as Frozen, not the animated one, before going on to land a series regular role on The Following, which ran from 2013 to 2015. For those that don't know, Ashmore was born in Richmond, British Columbia, exactly 1 minute after his twin brother Aaron Ashmore, a fellow actor who resides in Toronto. Now, many folks confuse the two brothers, with Aaron appearing in Smallville, The Shrine, and Veronica Mars, and is equally as talented as his younger twin. Coming in at 6, Shay Mitchell. Most will know Shay Mitchell as Emily Fields in Pretty Little Liars, a show which ran from 2010 to 2017 and made her a household name amongst young teens, before going on to star in the popular Netflix series You as Peach Salinger and The Possession of Hannah Grace. However, did you know Shay was born in Toronto, Canada, before moving to Vancouver at the age of 10? Within a year of her arrival, an international modeling agency held an open casting call for teens and preteen girls who were seeking representation. Shay, of course, was selected. However, more interesting still, did you know the star was born Shannon Mitchell? Shay is just a nickname. I feel duped. After signing with her her first theatrical agency, Shay appeared in the drama series Degrassi: The Next Generation back in 2001, as well as booked several major commercials before going on to land her breakout role in Pretty Little Liars. Coming in at 5, Ryan Gosling. Before he shot to fame as Noah in The Notebook, Hollywood heartthrob Ryan Gosling grew up in Ontario, Canada. When he was just 13 years old, he auditioned in Montreal for the TV series The Mickey Mouse Club and beat out 17,000 other actors for a spot on the show. He appeared for 2 years and lived with his then co-star Justin Timberlake and his family. Following his success on The Mickey Mouse Club, Ryan went on to land major roles in Remember the Titans, The Notebook, Half Nelson, Lars and the Real Girl, and Blue Valentine. He's taken Hollywood by storm, even receiving 2 Oscar nominations for La La Land and Half Nelson. Coming in at
No, I'll be honest with you. Some of these that surprised me. Yeah, but you know, I guess Canadians could come to America and sort of blend right in, and nobody would know. But like Ryan Gosling, I was kind of surprised. Also surprised is that he auditioned for Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse Club in Canada. I didn't know they went up there and did that tour. I personally thought all these people on there were Americans. I really did. You know what I mean? But it's quite interesting to know Canadians are contributing like crazy, and it seems like some of the young stars that are rising now, and even some of the older stars, were Canadians. And I know you put this 2 cents here. My favorite Canadian actor or comedic actor, John Candy, man. You can't beat John Candy. I watch his movies over and over and over again, and I still do. And that's not why I wore this Cool Running shirt. It's just one of my cool shirts that I have. Let's get back.
4, Rachel McAdams. Ryan's co-star in The Notebook, McAdams was born and raised in London, Ontario, and became involved with acting at the age of just 13, and would perform Shakespearean productions in summer theatre camp before going on to graduate with honours with a BFA degree in theatre from York University. She began her acting career in 2001 when she landed the role of Hannah Grant in the famous Jet Jackson, before going on to star in Mean Girls as Regina George, The Notebook, Wedding Crashers, and
What?
Rolling Stone. The actress
Wow.
has 1 Oscar nomination to her name for her incredible performance in the 2015 Spotlight, which followed the true story of how the Boston Globe uncovered the massive scandal of child abuse in the Catholic Church. Coming in at
I like
3,
Mean
Sandra
Girls.
Oh. Sandra Oh is the name on everybody's
Really?
lips at the moment thanks to the popular hit series Killing Eve, where she plays a security operative who becomes obsessed with an assassin. Now most will know Sandra as the quick-witted, sharp-tongued surgeon on the long-running series Grey's Anatomy, where she played Dr. Christina Yang from 2005 to 2014 before going on to pursue other projects such as Catfight, American Crime, and the aforementioned Killing Eve. Now, many folks still don't know that Sandra was born in Ottawa suburb of Nepean, Ontario, before moving to Montreal to attend the National Theatre School where she studied drama. This secret Canadian has had an incredibly successful career thus far, with 2 Golden Globe wins under her belt, one for Killing Eve and the other for Grey's Anatomy. Coming in at 2, Ellen Page. Ellen Page shot to fame when she starred as Juno in the movie of the same name back in 2007.
That I know.
However, prior to that, she was already making a name for herself by
Great
appearing
movie.
in works such as X-Men: The Last Stand, Hard Candy, and Regenesis. She's a huge name in the entertainment industry, yet few people know that she is in fact Canadian. That's right. Page was born and raised
knew
in
that.
Halifax, Nova Scotia, and attended the Neptune Theatre School before kicking off her career in the cult hit TV series Trailer Park Boys. She did return to school for a few years, with the up-and-coming actress moving to Toronto and enrolling in the Interact program at Barn Road Academy in Toronto for several years. Ever since her breakout role in Juno, the actress has shot to fame, landing roles in The Umbrella Academy, Inception, Whip It, and Flatliners. And finally, coming in at number 1, Keanu Reeves.
What?
Oh, Keanu. He is a god among many, the king of our hearts. Did you know he is yet another secret Canadian? I didn't.
What?
Now I'm shook. Now, the actor was initially born in Beirut, Lebanon, before moving at the age of 5 to Toronto with his family. In high school, Keanu was a big lover of hockey, even earning himself the nickname The Wall. Eventually, he turned his sights away from sports and even school, instead dropping out in order to pursue acting. After a handful of stage gigs and made-for-TV movies, Keanu landed a supporting role alongside Rob Lowe in the hockey film Youngblood back in 1986, and following production, he packed his bags and moved to Hollywood, where he landed roles in River's Edge and Dangerous Liaisons. Reeves has become an icon in Hollywood, and as of now, he has appeared in over 90 projects, including fan favorites such as The Matrix, Speed, John Wick, and Point Break. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list?
Okay, number 1 took me off guard. I did not know Keanu Reeves was Canadian. I always thought he was from like the Midwest or something, like Iowa or some far off place in there. I think it's because he did that movie with River Phoenix. I think he was in that movie with River Phoenix. What is that? God, I can't remember the name of it. But that's the first time I actually paid attention to him, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? But that was a surprise to me. He come from Canada. Well, Lebanon first, then Canada, then moved down here. Wow. Okay, that was the big surprise of that whole list there. I'll tell you that. I mean, I just knew about a couple of them. What's his name? Jim Carrey, and the young lady that played Juno. Excellent movie. I mean, I love that movie there. But hey, I just wanted to lighten it up a little bit. Watch this, you know what I mean, and see how many secret Canadians lurk in our entertainment industry doing stuff to entertain us. Now about current Keanu Reeves. I, I might get some flack for this, but that's why this guy is so humble. I mean, he's a real humble dude. You know what I mean? It's the Canadian in him, man. That Canadian in him, man. That Canadian in him. That nice, humble. Of course, I don't know if I poke the bear a little bit, if he's going to explode on me. You know what I mean? But he seems to be a really humble guy. You understand? One of the very few people in Hollywood that I actually have respect for. Anyway, thank you all for watching this with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little, entertainment vibe here, you know what I mean? And I'll leave a link to the description for this video. And hey, you all take care of each other, okay? It's cool to know where we all are from. Cool runnings.